nights. 40 on the side, 40 thieves in the night. Been in the game for 20 years and I'm 40 years tall. 6'8" cougar, 40 years tall. 40 ounce of...
Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 40 of the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn, dude.
Wish I was 40, wish I was water. Wish I was 40, wish I was water. What's happening, you guys? Man, oh man, welcome back to the Damn Dude podcast, episode 40, as you just heard. So we had Uncle 40 Water bring us in right there. Still a pimp. Man, so I hope you guys like that Journey to Inner Peace little series. The reason I made that is because, for one, just to document it, I was really inspired by a lot of that lately, so figured that's a good idea. Secondly, I really realize and I see how much that mental health is on a huge decline right now. And after everybody being inside for so long from the whole pandemic and all that shit, people are really either like got very creative, like the people who figured out how to be happy and knows what happiness means to them. I feel like those people made the best out of the pandemic, even if there's shitty circumstances. I feel like I like to think that I relate to myself like that and that I'm that type of person because, yeah, I had a lot of shitty circumstances and created a lot of beautiful things because of my overall outlook on life, which I really took seriously. Like I went full education mode on how to be happy and how to be fulfilled, like truly, with or without money. And I really, really can and do live that. And I've shown that through what I've gone through lately and what I've been through in the past couple years and what I've been through before that. I think for the fact that I can still be resilient and fun and playful, not even still, sorry, I should say rediscover that I can be. It's been a very, very powerful sort of tool for me and way of living. So I look back and I see so many adults, or why did I say look back? I look around and I see so many adults like losing it, not knowing how to be happy, or it's like all the stuff that they were told they're finding out was a lie or is really not what's important. You know, shit your parents yelled at you for years and years and years over, you find out, man, it's really not that big of a deal if I do or don't do this that they say or whatever is such a big ass deal, you know? And if that's the case, if adults don't know how to be happy, what chance do our kids have? You know what I mean? Like, that's where I was like, holy fuck, before I worry about making money, before I worry about really trying to provide the best for my kids, I need to figure out how to provide the best for myself. Being the best being how to be happy and live a free and life that's free and full of love. And I feel like if I can show my kids that, it doesn't matter if they go and make millions, billions, trillions or not, and just kind of get by and still love what they're doing. The point is to know that there's options. And I think that that's something that I'm seeing is people are like not understanding that they have options, that even when shit sucks, like, you know, I guess let me say this. I think, and I observe people not understanding that there's still choices even when you feel shitty. And when it feels like you have no choices, you feel stuck, and that's what causes panic and anxiety and all of that. And that's why I think for myself, when I had panic attacks at work before, was because I felt like I had no choices other than be here, go home, be here, go home, be here, go home. You're only allowed to eat for this long. Like, that sucks, dude. Hell no, I cannot live like that. And at the same time, look at how many people do. And I have lived like that, and it made me crazy, like actually having mental breakdowns and shit. So that was really why I wanted to record that journey to inner peace, because over the last, how long ago was 2012? 12 to 22. It's almost 22. So, I'm so bad at math, dude. That's 10. So 9. Okay, so for almost the past 10 years, I've been going hard when it comes to personal development. Let's just call it. Excuse me. And personal development being like different educational classes, different I hate using the word self-help. That's a terrible word to describe it, because that's like very corny stuff. But different programs and things, different things that teach you about emotional intelligence and essentially almost like how to navigate your emotions and feelings and all that. Like, that was where I invested all of my time and money and efforts into over the past several years since 2012. Maybe not every single one of them, but for the majority of the years, I've at least been on something like that, whether it be like all the stuff I explained, plant medicines, meditation, different seminars or classes, or hiring mentors. That's the other piece I kind of left out of my journey to inner peace, which is lastly was getting mentors. And mentors or coaches in the shape of, it started off as just following people on Instagram and listening to people on YouTube, having conversations with my friends who inspire me and things like that. And I really I don't know. I remember when I first went into kind of just took a turn here. I remember when I first started going to personal development classes, I was inviting everybody I knew, and legitimately because it was legit sick as fuck. Like, people are like, oh, it's like some cult thing and pyramid scheme. It's like, nah, it's like legitimately not, because you're not out to fucking sell anything. You know what I mean? Like, you just fucking, oh, there's a little fly in here. Go away, Buster. So like I was saying, it's like people are like, oh, it's a scam or this or that. And it's like, no, it's really not. Like, the thing is why I realize why people call stuff like that a scam or a cult or a scam or whatever, is because basically what they do is they hold you to your word. And when you have somebody who actually holds you to your word and really presses you about it, when you go to break your word, you go, oh, fuck you, what? No, I can't leave, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, bro, I'm just like, look, this is the deal we made. This is the conversation we had. Like, yo, the deal was to finish this, because we told you if you're gonna leave in the middle, it's gonna you're gonna leave with a fucked up impression. Like, it's like learning how to fucking brush your teeth halfway. You know what I mean? Great job, you're brushing your teeth, but if you miss the part that you're supposed to use toothpaste, your breath still stinks. So it's like that. So that's kind of the thing with a lot of personal development classes. When you read things where people are like, oh, it's cultish and this and that, that's usually what it is. And or when you see people that are legitimately happy as fuck, and they're actually outward hey, how are you? And they actually care, because they've done work that helps lead to them having self-love. And once you have self-love, you can radiate that outwards. So those are the first things that I noticed when it comes to people saying that about personal development courses and stuff. Now, obviously there is cults and shit out there, but any of the shit that I did 100% was not, and is nothing like it. And it's not religious, and it's not any of that. It's not anything. It's really just ultimately the way I learned to sum it up is or what I ultimately took is, it just gave me tools to learn to be happy. And the tools that it gave me was tools of context. They allowed me to really put context. It really helped allow me to contextualize a lot of things in my life. And I feel like when you have context, you have understanding. When you have understanding, you can't be mad. So,
Damn, dude.
That's how I look at that. And so, again, that was why I wanted to record that episode, or that series, I guess. And I'll still keep going into it, because it's kind of the theme of the show. That's kind of what I'm getting at when I say we have the conversations that need to be had. And obviously in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
And and man, shout out to the people who listen to the show. I fuck with you guys, man. Like, I really appreciate and love you guys for taking the time to watch the show and listen and, you know, fucking make it what it is. So thank you. I appreciate it. And shout out to you, Christina, Christina Beatty. I don't know if you're married or not, but I don't know. Shout out to you. I got a message. She's like, damn, I was listening to the show. It actually made me be like, damn, dude. And I was like, hell yeah. Like, dude, thanks for sharing. That's cool. Like, that's what this show's fucking for, man. Like, that's awesome. So if you listen to this, Christina, shout out to you. Where was I going? Oh, so I remember it came to a point. So I was doing hella personal development stuff. I had done some plant medicines. I didn't really know what I was doing. I ended up having crazy insights and stuff. And that led me to doing personal development classes, which led to, whoa, this is interesting to say. But it really, how I would put it, it led me to opening my heart. Because my heart was just closed off since I was a little kid. When I was a kid, my sister, my grandma, my aunt died. Like, it just kind of rocked my whole world, and I didn't really understand. So, I didn't know how to take it. So I just kind of like went into protection mode. My heart was just sealed off, and it's like no love could get in or out. I was just like this stone-faced child, like. And then as I grew older, I got sillier and remembered who I was to certain degrees and stuff like that. But it was a fucking trip. So, excuse me. So, like I said, I was asking everybody I knew to participate in these personal development classes with me, because I was like, I just saw something in it that was bigger than like, oh, this is just cool to do right now, whatever. It was like, yo, this is like, if we really learn this stuff, like, yo, we could really fucking get to the next level in life, whatever that looks like for us, And some homies were on board, some weren't. Some people were like, bro, what happened to you? Why are you so different? Like, why are you so happy and open? And what's up with you? What'd you do? And I was like, dude, I did this class, da 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 da. And they're like, wow, holy fuck, like, what is it? I want to know, and then people would get curious and then, and then dive further into it. So we had hella homies on board. And around this time frame, we were having the absolutely craziest, deepest, realest conversations that I can even imagine with me and all, like, a hella different friends who, people like never thought about life in these ways. And, there's a lot of shit that you learn that you don't think of in certain ways. And it's just kind of like, whoa, that's your take on it. Oh, that's your take. Holy fuck. Like, this is crazy, man. And, a lot of the homies and people and family and whoever went were doing and accomplishing some pretty fucking phenomenal things with some of the stuff that they learned there. And I was fucking stoked, man. I thought that was cool. And then at the same time, for some people, it scared the fuck out of them because they started awakening and waking up to their real selves and their higher selves or their higher power or their purpose or something like that. And once you start identifying your purpose or your higher power, so however you want to identify that, it's scary as fuck, and you're gonna get tested to the fucking fullest. Life is gonna appear and come at you so scary and so freak you out, and so like it hits people differently, when you kind of face and realize all the shit in life is kind of, I don't know, the way people tell us things is just slightly off, or how people say things isn't necessarily the truth. It's just a suggestion or how they feel or what they see. And then we kind of let that derail us sometimes, which is trippy, So the next thing I did was how I explained out into meditation. I remember I had seen one of my clients, / one of the people I met through personal development and became a client. I saw her come out of meditation, or saw her, after she came back from meditation. I was like, holy shit, like, dude, you're like a whole new person. Like, what just happened to you? What did you do? And she told me about it. I was like, fuck, I'm going, dude. So I remember asking a bunch of homies and people to go, like, hey, let's do this. Everyone was like, nah, bro. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, let's go. And hell, my friends are just like, I don't know, man. Nah. And I was like, all right, cool, fair enough, whatever. Like, it is what it is, you know. At the same time, it's like, you know, when you experience something so amazing, you just want it for everybody else too. That's kind of like, that was my experience. I'm like, come on, like, let's go. It's going to be so amazing. And it definitely is and was. And I need to go back. I should sign up, just pick a date and go. I've always wanted to go to, what's that place called? The Netherlands? No, what's that other place starts with an N? Yeah, the Netherlands. Is that the Netherlands? No. Fuck, what's that place where they have kiwis and shit? Not Australia. New Zealand. No, okay, well, yeah, that's New Zealand. But fuck, that's another place I'm thinking of. Oh, I don't know, but it's a place where like fucking killer whales swim in the beach and all that shit, and they got big grassy hills, and I can't even remember the name of it, dude. What the hell? But like I said, they got Vipassana meditation centers all around the world, and they're free. So I'm trying to go do that shit pretty soon, man. I also need to go to Colombia and go fucking work with the homie Sebastian out there. And I just need to go to Colombia. So I remember so I'm inviting everybody. Let's go. The only person that was down to go on the meditation retreat was my mom. And it's 12 days, and it's like, you know, I explained the whole thing to you guys. And same thing, it was, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess I know why, because I was in that point too, where it's like, nah, it's too scary. I'm good. Like, because I remember before I went, I was so fucking terrified that I just didn't know what to fucking, like, I didn't know what to expect, you know. I didn't know what being with myself for so long was gonna be like, or occur like, or anything, you know. And I didn't even know what I was scared of, really. I guess I was just scared of the unknown. Like, I guess, I don't know. I guess I was just like, am I gonna go crazy or something? Like, or am I gonna? That's kind of weird now that I'm reflecting on that. I didn't have any actual questions. I was just kind of more like scared, but not for any particular reason other than it's a long time and I'm not going to have a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of weird, right? I don't know. So I don't know. Think about that. It's like if you were to go on a 12-day meditation retreat and that type of stuff is foreign to you, or it's scary to be alone, why exactly? Oh, I'm going to think myself into sadness. Like, oh, I'm going to get too sad. Or, oh, I can't be with my own thoughts because they make me too depressed. And, well, it's like, well, what exactly is depressing about it? Whatever that is that's so scary to be alone, that's exactly what you've got to face to get your freedom.
Damn, dude.
Like, you can't ignore that shit and have freedom. Like, if we don't face all the lies and all the bullshit and all the stuff and all the pain and all the shit that was done to us or we did to somebody or whatever, if we don't face it and feel it and heal it, it just remains a problem, and we have to keep searching for something, and we keep stressing and getting older and fatter and balder and this and then we don't know why, and we keep getting stressed the fuck out and getting all these ailments, and then that causes us to eat terrible foods as well, and then that causes us to feel shitty, and that is just this whole perpetual circle of feeling shitty. So that's why I realized, like, dude, this personal development shit, meditation being personal development, plant medicines being personal development, stuff like that is all a version of that. And basically how I equated all of these things was like, how do I put this? So, okay. So the way I think about it is like, there's three pillars. There's three main aspects of, it's three main pillars of life that we live through. It's like our mind, our body, and our spirit or soul. And like I've explained before, if we don't heal, like a lot of times we'll take the time to heal the body And then we'll take time to heal the mind. So we'll listen to good things. We'll go, surf, we'll go run, we'll go work out, we'll go do things that are good for you, And that's your mind and your body being taken care of. And at the same time, your soul gets taken care of, but for some reason it kind of gets skipped over in this day and age. So with personal development classes, I feel like that was totally the mind version of obtaining happiness and freedom, like how you would learn about it intellectually, but at the same time you get to feel and experience it because you're learning through other people sharing, and you're kind of all going through this process together, which is really fucking trippy. And then with meditation, it's like the body, like you're going in and you take care of your body, you cleanse, you eat good, that's basically what I see meditation as, is a way to cleanse like your spirit and body at the same time. Like the same way that when you go running, it kind of cleanses your body and mind at the same time. I think meditation is more so like your spirit and body at the same time, because this good meditation is absence of the mind. So it's like, if you think about why is that so important, is because we've quieted the mind and the spirit is now awake, and that's why it feels good. That's what I think and what I experience. So then it's like, all right, so then how do we work on the other pillar of spirit, soul? And I believe that that's where plant medicines come in.
Damn, dude.
That's where ayahuasca, psilocybin, all these, rapé, all these other things. I mean, that's just tobacco, but all these other things, combo, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I believe that takes care of mainly the soul and spirit. And then the secondary effect of it is it cleanses your body out too. And it's crazy because it's like mind, body, and spirit are all connected, but a lot of us are like, in our spirituality, it's not really practice. It's just kind of this intellectual process, like remembering multiplication tables. Like, okay, you remember 4 times 8 is whatever. You remember 6 times 2 is whatever. You remember 4 times whatever. You remember all those answers just based off of memory, because you're not actually calculating. You're not actually doing the formulas in your head to go this and this and this many and this many and this many. Like, I mean, maybe some people do it like that, but in general, no, it's like we memorize them and then boom, it's like this intellectual thing. So I feel like with plant medicines, it's like, boom, we get to actually like feel and experience beyond what the brain can think and what the body can just feel. It's that unexplainable feeling that unexplainable voice, the subconscious, the thing that questions, the thing that talks to itself, that little voice in your head. And if you don't, it's like, what voice? Like whatever thinks that, or, whatever thinking that is thinking thoughts right now. Like, how do you train that? You can't even think into that. Because as soon as you start thinking into it, it's just going to go, and then boom, you switched into different brain, and then you get distracted by something else. Boom, oh, my phone. Oh, boom, my drink. Oh, shit, I got to go to the bathroom. Oh, the baby. Oh, the dog. Oh, I got to go here. Oh, I don't got shit to do. Oh, my project. Oh, I got to do my makeup. Oh, I got to do my hair. Whatever the fuck. It's crazy. So, man, I think that when we can go in and actually practice spirituality rather than just do rituals for the sake of doing rituals, we actually get it. It's like the difference of knowing how to do whatever times whatever to get the number or to get the answer versus just kind of memorizing the answers. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a difference if you know how to get to that answer versus you just remembered the answer. And I think that's what happens at church a lot of times, is it's kind of like, all right, we all remember the answer, but we don't really know how to actually get to the answer. And I'm not saying all churches or whatever, but just kind of like a large majority of them. Because I have been to churches where there's real spirituality going on, and it's like legitimate as fuck, and like, damn, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, it's always going to be different, and it's never just one way. I'm speaking from my personal experience and what I've seen in general, So I think with this whole thing is knowing how to be happy is a lot of people will invest into working out and eating good and reading books and listening to good things and still wonder why they feel incomplete.
Damn, dude.
Like, how can you do that? How can you have your money, your girl, your family, your car, your job, this, that, and you still feel incomplete? What is that? Why? I think that's what spirituality is. It's that's the piece of that. And when you actually practice it and do things that are of that, boom, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Because in reality, we are, I mean, maybe I guess it depends on whose reality, but we are human bodies living a spiritual experience.
Damn, dude.
I'll say it again. We are human beings or human bodies living a spiritual experience.
Damn, dude.
And if you know, a lot of people have heard that already, but if you haven't, that's fucking mind-blowing, because I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, holy fuck, we are. And it just made me think for like a couple of weeks. And I like that because it works. It's like, okay, we have this body, blah, 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 blah. But when you die, there's still a body. But it's like, what was that thing that makes the difference of like, yo, like Calvin's body's here and alive versus, oh, Calvin's body's there and is dead. And like, what was that? Where did that go? Where did this voice go? Where did these emotions and whatever the fuck I want to do, where did it go? What is it? Does it go anywhere? Is it just done? You know what I mean? Like, nah, like there's something. There's certainly something that makes me say this, allows me to say this, allows me to use a voice box, allows me to use my body and arms and whatever, especially after having all these accidents. And this is freedom, I think, when we can appreciate this and understand that, yeah, we are just spirits. And I guess you could say this backwards too. It's like we are spirits living a human experience. And that that couldn't be so if we didn't have some sort of spirit within us. You know what I mean? So that's fucking crazy, dude. And I think this is why it's so important to focus on these pillars. And that's why I'm willing to put this crazy sounding shit out here and kind of talk in some really crazy ways, like especially in those last episodes, was because at some point people are going to catch on and this is going to resonate to a lot of people once this becomes more popular. I understand it's not cool right off the bat, but once everybody hits these stages and is like, oh, fuck, I don't even know how to be happy. I just made $1 million. What up, everybody? We bike. So yeah, so kind of just picking up where we left off. With this, I guess the whole subject of mental health, which kind of leads to the next thing, which is social skills. And this is crazy, dude. Like, there's a good amount of people who still have good social skills. And there's a huge amount of people. And it's like this is almost living in secrecy. But I've been around enough families and enough people to see that it fucking exists pretty much everywhere. Which is unhappiness somewhere, which kind of leads to weird social skills, which leads back to unhappiness. And it's kind of like this weird trap that a lot of these kids are trapped in. And why am I even saying this? I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just saying what I observe, that definitely social skills, they're still there. I'm not taking that away. At the same time, they're definitely getting weird for the fact that technology is what it is. What I've noticed is like too much electronics for kids just kind of clouds their whole. It almost puts them in this like bubble. And I noticed this happens to my oldest son too, and even my youngest son, I guess, when he uses technology a little bit. It's like it creates this bubble, and I notice this for myself too. If I post something, then I'm more inclined to go check my phone a lot to see if there's something or somebody's interacted with it. Or let's say I'm working and then my phone's away and then I come back to my phone, boom, I just start checking it hella fast. And I'm like, it's because that bubble kind of clouded my world, and it's like it's like an addiction, and you got to go check it and check it and check it. And I realized and I noticed that, damn, when my son uses electronics too much, his chores are off, his habits are off, his social skills are off. And I'm kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's going on here? And it's interesting because it's like, well, I call it out to him. He's like, damn, you're right, man. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I entered a whole different world and I just warped into fucking who knows where. And yeah, that's weird, you know? Like, I know, dude, but I get it, you know? So what I do is I try and raise my kids with social skills in mind. That's like my number one thing, because social skills is the new diploma. That's the new degree. It's the new in the know. And I think that give it a couple more years and it's going to kind of like revolve around. It's going to kind of like evolve again. And when it kind of comes back around, the people with the people skills are going to be the people winning in the end. And obviously not for everybody, because we need people on the other end of it too. Where we need people who are super into electronics and don't go out and have the social skills and people skills, but at the same time have enough to be able to get by. Because look at somebody like, I don't know, look at like Elon Musk. Like, he's like a nerdy dude, but at the same time, he seemingly has enough people skills to be able to make shit happen, you know, where he's not afraid to come out. I mean, maybe he's afraid, but he's not going to not come out on stage and talk in front of the camera and talk in front of people, right? So that's what I mean is like, yeah, it's like we need those people with the crazy nerd brain and the crazy intellect and all that, but at the same time, they need to know how to have social skills. Because look at any person you've worked with who doesn't have social skills, and look at how difficult it is just to be like, hey, like, can you please fix the blah, blah, blah? And they're like, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, that has nothing to do with anything. Like, you know, and that's what you're thinking. And it's like, fuck, okay. And it's like, you're trying to be nice and whatever. And like, fuck, man. So that's why I think social skills are the new degree and the new diploma, is because, dude, look at this also. Like, social skills are worth so much. It's like you can get into places that diplomas can't get into. Think about that. Like, if you got people skills, you can... let me rephrase that. Think about how they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, yeah, absolutely. Why? Well, because... Oh, excuse me. Let's drink water. What you know is who you know. And why? Because who you know and how you know them is your people skills. That's why they say your network is your net worth. Because that's your people skills, right? So if your network is your net worth and who you know is also what you know, clearly social skills and people skills are 100% necessary and complementary to any job you can have. Any job. Having social skills only enhances everything. Having people skills, all these little lost arts, that's like solid handshakes, eye contact, smiling, good posture. These old school things, they're fucking legit, you know? Because they really do something for social skills, because it allows you to bring awareness to different parts of your body, just like meditation, and different parts of your brain, just like personal development classes, and how you actually relate with people back and forth and how you interact with the world, like your spirit and soul via plant medicines and anything spiritual. You see what I'm saying? It all ties together. They're all necessary. They all are always working. And it's crazy because I know without people skills or social skills, I couldn't have done any of the interviews that I've done or lined up any of the interviews that I've got lined up. I also know that I couldn't be an entrepreneur. I also know that I wouldn't have had any of like the hot ass girlfriends I've ever had or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's like all people skills. It's everything. Everything revolves around people skills. Whether you, whatever, it could be anything. People skills. It's what makes people either like you or not like you. It's what makes you annoying or cool. It's what makes us like, just our presence enjoyed or not enjoyed. It's fucking everything. So sometimes it's kind of funny because how I was talking about like the internet and stuff and like electronics kind of put a cloud or a bubble on kids or people. It's like we have this whole new era of kids who are being raised by the internet. Just the same way we had kids like our age, my age, however old you are, who were raised by TV, or kids who are raised by OGs in the hood, or kids who are raised by, you know what I'm saying, whatever your influence is. And for a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people, especially now, the internet is their big homie. And it's cool and not cool at the same time. It's cool because you actually have access to a lot of people and a lot of resources to get help and to feel happy and to understand some shit. And at the same time, there's a lot of bullshit, negativity, and a lot of people being fake. And there's a lot of people... Whoa, sir. What? Dude, that was loud as fuck. There's a lot of people who, when it comes to the internet or social media, they go, oh, it's just the internet. It's not real. So... okay, we've got that perspective. And at the same time, we have the other perspective where it's like, yo, it says so on Google. And it's like, fuck, dude, there's a fine line of which one's right, because it's funny because there's things that my oldest son will tell me about stuff that happened in my heyday of growing up. Like stuff that happened in the 90s or thousands. And I'm like, the fuck? That's not what happened. Like, yeah, I looked it up and then said on Wikipedia and on Google and this and that, and looking in all these sources. I'm like, bro, that's just internet information. Like, that's not how it actually was. You know what I mean? It's like, I was like, dude, like if you look at how when they say, oh, the pandemic, like people are just dropping dead. It's like, well, how many people have you seen out just dropping dead? And how many like hospital lines have you seen out the door? And it's like, we haven't seen any. We saw the hospital a little more packed than before, but it was nothing. It wasn't even like, if I didn't know there was a pandemic, I wouldn't even be like, oh, there's so many people here, like. So it's like, you got to observe. It's like, yes, that might be true in places, and I'm sure it certainly is in certain areas and for certain people, but it's like, take it what you actually saw in your real life, and does that line up? Does it what it said on the internet line up? Does what they say on the news line up with your life right now? When they tell you what life is like in San Diego, California, does that match what your life is like? And if the answer is no, then clearly that's internet information. It's hearsay, it's people just talking, whatever. And there's your real life.
Damn, dude.
Plain and simple, you know what I mean? So it's crazy because it's like there's a lot of kids coming off this internet information and they're living and talking and acting as if all the information on the internet's true. Just like the same way people would listen to the news, all the info on the news, and think that it's true. It's the same way before people would listen or read the newspaper and they would think all that shit was true. And just before that, they would listen to the radio. Radio and newspaper, I guess, it's the same thing. Bullshit. Same thing. They got plays, they got this, that. Everybody's a fucking salesman. Every person in power is aware enough to like understand shit's just not this like blah, like that there's levels to all of this shit and it's not just one way. And people understand that people will interpret things as one way. So it's just kind of crazy. I think it's important to just focus on ourselves and our own lives and what we can do from where we're at. Because if you can't help somebody on the other side of the world, then don't fucking worry about it. Send some love, send a prayer, whatever you do. But what's the point of reposting that shit or spreading it or whatever? Spreading awareness. Well, what is that going to do? Like, go do something. You know, if you see a problem, you go do something about it if it really bugs you. And I think we just need to not fucking worry about what the news and all the shit's telling us, man. And it's like, think for our fucking selves. Really, though. Man. Oh, yeah, it's crazy, dude. Man. So, I've actually got to get back to teaching some babies here. I'm going to go hop up on my Charlie Davidson and brap around. And I hope it's got gas. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop for gas before I get to the pool. It's been an amazing day of lessons so far. It's fucking beautiful in San Diego. All the kids did really good today. Huge breakthroughs again. We'll see how it goes later on. With the rest of the kids, I'm sure they're all going to do great. I had kids pass clothes test yesterday with flying colors. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, man, it was really fucking cool. So on that note, do whatever you can to protect and preserve your mental health and your inner child, or whatever you can do to bring it back or to grow one if you never had it. If you never had a childhood, it's not too late. I'm living my childhood right now. I feel like I'm fucking, I don't even know, I feel ageless. I just feel like I'm having fun and I'm going to do what I love, and I'm going to do my best to be a good example for anybody watching. So on that note, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at in the world. Shout out to all my listeners all around, especially in France and in Russia. Appreciate you guys. You guys are solid and always on time. Always with the first new episode, with the brand new episode. So I appreciate that. All my listeners in San Diego, all my listeners in California, everywhere. I'm going to go through the list and give you all some love again some other time here too. So on that note, Rooster Tail, that's at Rooster Tail, Tale, official on Instagram and wherever you can find music. On that note, have a beautiful day. Much love. Take us out, Rooster Tail. Peace.